Here is Summer MOR, the 4th of July. We celebrate American Independence Day on the 4th of July every year. We think of July 4th, 1776, as a day that represents the Declaration of Independence and the birth of the United States of America as an independent nation. But July 4th, 1776 wasn't the day that the Continental Congress decided to declare independence. It wasn't the day we started the American Revolution, or the day Thomas Jefferson wrote the first draft of the Declaration of Independence. So what did happen on July 4th, 1776? The Continental Congress approved the final wording of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. They'd been working on it for a couple of days after the draft was submitted on July 2nd, and finally agreed on all of the edits and changes. July 4th, 1776 became the date that was included on the Declaration of Independence and the fancy handwritten copy that was signed in August. So when people thought of the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776 was the date they remembered. For the first 15 or 20 years after the Declaration was written, people didn't celebrate it much on any day. It was too new and too much else was happening in the young nation. By the 1790s, a time of bitter partisan conflicts, the Declaration had become controversial. One party, the Democratic Republicans, admired Jefferson and the Declaration, but the other party, the Federalists, thought the Declaration was too French and too anti-British, which went against their current policies. After the War of 1812, the Federalist Party began to come apart, and the new parties of the 1820s and 1830s all considered themselves inheritors of Jefferson and the Democratic Republicans. Printed copies of the Declaration began to circulate again, all with the date July 4th, 1776 listed at the top. The deaths of Thomas Jefferson and John Adams on July 4th, 1826 may even have helped to promote the idea of July 4th as an important date to be celebrated. Celebrations of the 4th of July became more common as the years went on, and in 1870, almost 100 years after the Declaration was written, Congress first declared July 4th to be a national holiday as part of a bill to officially recognize several holidays, including Christmas. Further legislation about national holidays, including July 4th, was passed in 1939 and 1941.